2010, and just weeks into its first season of racing, United Autosports arrived at the most daunting racetrack in the world and claimed a superb two-car finish, topped off by a podium place in its first ever 24-hour race. A year later, the team is back at Spa and its maximum effort. 40 staff, including technicians, strategists, specialists, caterers, press and PR, and even physiotherapists, all with a single aim, supporting 12 drivers and 3 cars.
Given our result last year, I think the pressure is a little bit higher. I mean, you naturally put a lot of pressure on yourself anyways. We recruited a few more superstars to join us to up our odds.
Last year's podium finish makes a great launch pad for this year's effort, and with such a stellar driver lineup, spectator interest is high at the traditional autograph session, which brings the race cars into the heart of the town centre. But the Spa weather has already played its hand. Qualifying and practice and vital seat and setup time in cars specially prepared for the rigours of long-distance racing have all been compromised by the Ardennes weather. With less than 24 hours to go before the start, the team is upbeat, confident and packed with good-humoured experience. An illustrious array of talent that positively begs the description dream team from the media.
It's really confidence-inspiring more than anything else to have these guys backing you, as it were. It's been a real help across the weekend, giving me advice, conditions. They obviously did this last year in this car. They had similar sort of conditions in the dark and the damp and all that sort of stuff, and they remember everything from last year.
I like coming back here. Spa is a wonderful circuit. It's great to race here. I can't think of anything more fun than being at night, a little bit of drizzling rain at Spa and a pair of slicks. That to me is the epitome of being a race car driver. So it's always good fun to come back with Zach and his group.
If you're passionate about racing, you're passionate. And it's my love. This is what I've done all my life, and it's as fun now as it was the first day I started.
I really only want to race if there's something competitive, and United Autosports gives me that. They give me a competitive car, a professional team, and as I say, the enjoyment's there because we've got some great guys driving with me.
The GT cars are different than anything that I've raced. The Group C, Nissan, or the 962, or the Indy cars. I mean, it's completely different.
Richard and I know all these guys. Richard's raced against them. I grew up watching them, so we do get a kick sitting back going, I can't believe Johnny Herbert's driving for us.
We've all gelled in a very nice way, where when we race together, of course, it was slightly different. So it's nice having that all in the same team, all getting on. Yeah, we've got the competitiveness once we get into the car itself, and that's what's enjoyable about racing here at United Autosports. There is a nice feeling with the mechanics, with Richard Dean and Zach Brown, obviously, but that's all enjoyable, and that's what keeps me coming back.
Saturday morning, tension and nerves both stretched, but still there are public duties. More autographs, meet the media lunches before the drivers can clear their minds for racing.
We've been very, very pleased with the association with United Autosports. And our business in Europe, actually, from virtually nothing, quadrupled in literally the last 3 years. And I really believe motorsports was part of what, raised brand awareness throughout the continent.
Radio check. Radio check. Radio check. Chuck's dry and it's not insignificant on the windscreen either.
Everyone knows that grid position in a round-the-clock race is less important than ultimate pace. The team showed it had what it takes last year, but this is a brand new page. And once again, the weather may have a role to play as drivers and teams suddenly have tyre choices to make.
It's quite a long circuit, there's 7 kilometres, and obviously you've got a lot of climb there all the way up to the top of the hill, so it can be a very strange situation where you can have it bone dry at the top there and a little bit, you know, wet all around this end of the circuit. So we have to rely on the driver to give us feedback up there.
But they line up amid every famous brand name in motor racing, surrounded on the grid by iconic sports cars, old and new. The start is frantic, the leaders setting off as if it was a 2-hour sprint race.
Safety car, Richard, safety car. Safety car. It's all been pretty racy, like it's a 10-lap sprint. So just cut off the pace down a bit. Okay, copy that.
The pace is relentlessly fast and inevitably costly.
It really doesn't surprise me that there's been a shunt already.
Big names retire quickly, picked off by a series of incidents and mishaps.
Okay, we're doing fine, we're holding station at the moment.
The United Autosports Audis rumble steadily on, sticking to the game plan, taking advantage of the safety car periods to pit for fuel, tyres, driver changes.
Pit lane's clear, go.
Almost from the start, the 11 car is a cause for concern.
We need to get it on the trolleys and get it straight into the garage and get the Audi guys to have a look.
A wayward electronic fault refuses to be pinned down and be cured, even with technicians from the factory on hand.
Reset fuel, driver ID to 2. Go. Okay, we'll just monitor the situation. The front runners are doing 26s and 27s, but after the top 6 or 7, everybody else is in the 29-30. Well done for that, we're back in the 29s, well done. Hold out.
Dusk falls and there may be a problem with number 23.
Stay in the car, sit in the car, and we'll push it straight in the garage. Have a look, get the Audi guys, have a look at it.
It too gets serious attention in the pits, while the race continues at a reduced pace under yellow flags.
They're saying debris on track at turn 10. Debris on track at turn 10.
But as the curtain of shadows becomes night across the circuit and the surrounding forest, 11 finally succumbs to its mystery gremlins. It's been racing for almost 6 hours, non-stop.
It was losing power at the end. It just made a big noise, stomped going down the hill. But the only thing is there was no smoke coming out the back, but I have no idea what. I tried to restart it and I couldn't get it to recycle.
There are 18 hours still to go, and all around the circuit, the annual celebrations of endurance racing continue into the night.
Before I came, I was slightly sort of a bit daunting, to be honest with you. But actually, once I got here, these are great guys, right? Well, it is an amazing experience. Amazing experience.
The stint when you get to see the sunrise and the daybreak, it's magical. It really is. To me, this is like, you know, heaven on earth.
Go.
In the small hours of the morning, human metabolism is at its lowest ebb.
2 more after this one.
This racetrack is truly dark at night, and for the drivers, 2 hours behind the wheel is a nightmare.
Give me some signals here.
that makes it hard to sleep when it's their turn to rest.
Not good at all at the moment. I mean, we seem to be running on everybody else's rubber out there at the moment. Just picking up, I mean, they're vibrating so bad and so much pickup. It's just, your car's just all over the place. If you go offline even a foot, it's over. I mean, yeah.
The team are on call for the whole 24 hours, and everyone grabs sleep when and where they can, waiting for the radio call that will bring them back into action.
Balaclavas, helmets, visors, pit lane limiter. Stop on the mark. Tyres, set 7. Go.
During the night, the field has shrunk again, and of the 65 starters, less than 40 remain. The team has dug deep into its reserves, drivers, technicians and all. There have been more than 50 pit stops, and the crews have changed more than 100 wheels. Both cars have had scheduled changes of brake pads and discs, specialist tools helping speed up a job that would take hours in a workshop on a road car. 50 hot meals have been served to those who are unable to leave the pit box even for a moment. And the cars have covered over 250 laps of the circuit, clocking up almost 2,000 kilometres. The pace has continued to take its toll on every famous name in motorsport. Audi leads, but 2 of its 4 factory cars have retired. And 20 minutes before the end, United Autosports number 12 car comes into the pits.
It looks like it's got a terminal gearbox problem.
That can't be cured in the time remaining. It will classify as a finisher, but it won't be running at the flag. And for racers, that matters. But 23 is still there, one of the 50% of cars to survive the full distance, and despite everything, it crosses the line at the end of a grueling 24 hours with 512 laps and more than 3,500 kilometres completed.
Thanks everybody, good job, thank you very much.
It's a bittersweet moment for a team with such high hopes and expectations, a team that always aims to deliver more every time it races.
Well, we've got smiles on our face, I think, more because it's all over. You go into these 24-hour races and anything can happen. Last year was almost flawless and great result first year out. This year was different. 13th with 65-car field, given the issues we had. Really is actually a good result.
I don't know how I feel actually, because I knew that the other car had stopped. I was asking about it. I've been asking about the other 2 cars during the race, and I saw it stopped on the track and then reboot and had a gearbox problem, obviously. So we were keeping up to date. So I was so disappointed. 20 minutes to go is fairly cruel. I mean, classified as a finisher, and you want to see them cross the line.
And those words tell you that this was just one year, and there'll be many others as the team pursues its single goal of victory.